Παράδοση της φλόγας στη δεύτερη λαμπαδιδρόμο Chiangki Amanda Lim. Handing over of the flame to the second torchbearer, Chiangki Amanda Lim.
Φύγε λιγάκι από μπροστά. Don't go so close. Don't go so close. Because of the television. Keep away from the flame. Okay.
This journey will take us around the globe. We will go to Berlin in Germany. From here, which represents the continent of Europe, on to Dakar in Senegal to represent Africa. A two-day event in Mexico City. In each of these cities there will be a night of celebration with Singapore youngsters heavily involved in the entertainment and the collaborations, as in Auckland and Seoul.
Handing over of the flame to the third torchbearer, Silas Abdul Razak bin Nursah.
And Silas Abdul Razak takes over the flame.
Όχι μπροστά, φύγε μπροστά. Πίσω, πίσω.
You have been watching the flame lighting ceremony of the Olympic torch as it starts its way, the start of the celebrations for Singapore for the inaugural Youth Olympic Games for athletes between the ages of 14 and 18. 26 sports.
Handing over of the flame to the fourth torchbearer, Nico Tsioko. Please return to your seats. Παρακαλώ περάστε στις θέσεις σας. S'il vous plaît, gagnez vos places. Please return to your seats.
A rather special ceremony for a significant moment in Singapore sports.
Παράδοση της φλόγας από τον τέταρτο λαμπαδιδρόμο στον πρόεδρο της Ελληνικής Ολυμπιακής Επιτροπής, κύριο Σπύρο Καπράλο. Handing over of the flame to the Hellenic Olympic Committee President, Mr. Spiros Kapralos, by the fourth torchbearer. Παράδοση της Ολυμπιακής Φλόγας από τον πρόεδρο της Ελληνικής Ολυμπιακής Επιτροπής, κύριο Σπύρο Καπράλο, στον πρόεδρο της ΣΥΟΚΟΚ. Handing over of the Olympic flame by the Hellenic Olympic Committee President to the President of the ΣΥΟΚΟΚ. Και τώρα μεταλαμπάδευση της φλόγας στη λιχνή ασφαλείας. Passing of the flame to the safety lamp.
Now, to make sure that the flame never goes out, there's some rigorous safety. There are lanterns which make sure that should the flame go out, there is always an Olympic flame burning. And there is always a secondary lantern, a safety lantern, which is used to transport the Youth Olympic flame.
Φτάσαμε στο τέλος της τελετής. And now, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, we've come to the end of the ceremony. Good luck, Singapore. Καλή επιτυχία, Singapore. Have a safe trip to Singapore.
The flame in the safety lantern. Singapore now has possession of the Youth Olympic flame. It is a proud moment for the organising committee, but the hard work is only just starting. Mediacorp will be covering all 26 sports, all Singaporean interest, and the wider interest of the Youth Olympic Games will be on your screens from 1 until 8:30 each and every day when the games get underway. Bringing you the best of the action, the best of the competition, and also the spirit of the Olympic Games. But you've been watching the flame lighting ceremony that starts the festivities. Now the flame travels the globe, but Singapore has its flag fluttering in the breeze in ancient Hellas and is now very much part of the Olympic family. From ancient Greece to modern Singapore, we hope you'll join us for the Youth Olympic Games on Mediacorp.
We hope you have enjoyed the lighting and handing over ceremony of the Olympic flame. Brought to you by the Canon EOS 550D and Singtel.
Singapore is all set for the next big thing on the sporting calendar this year. We are ready to welcome the world to the first ever Youth Olympic Games. Officials, organisers, volunteers, students and athletes. It is time to blaze the trail and to create history. MediaCorp is the official broadcaster for the Singapore 2010 Youth Olympic Games. The live TV broadcast of the Games is brought to you by the Canon EOS 550D and Singtel.
The following program is presented in widescreen.
Welcome to Films and Stars Asia, the show for cinema lovers everywhere. In this week's episode, we have great news for aspiring talented directors in Singapore. But first, we find out why Adrian Brody has been hitting the gym. Arnold Schwarzenegger apparently had other things to do than reprise his role from the original Predator movie. But that's no problem. Nowadays, a new breed of action heroes with the body and the brain, such as dramatic actors like Lawrence Fishburne or Jake Gyllenhaal, are more than willing to take up the mantle. Thanks to Predators, we can now see Adrian the Pianist Brody as an elite soldier.
I felt more ferocious. I'm man enough for the job.
This planet is a game preserve. And we're the game.
You can't compete with Arnold Schwarzenegger, so it's much better to go the other direction and do something the audience isn't expecting.
And what else is new apart from the unusual casting? The plot of the 1987 Predator film is well